So let's go ahead and talk about battery life on a tablet or laptop. A lot of times we have our tablets and laptops, and how do we get the most out of that battery that's available to us? So we're going to talk about that here in this meeting. After years of using batteries and tablets, I think you're going to find some of this information pretty helpful. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing we want to do is start with our tablet. And as you can see here on the screen, I'm actually working from my tablet. Now there's a few things to be aware of. One, you see the icon there that looks like a tablet? Now sometimes you're not going to, that icon won't be showing, by the way. See how I just clicked on that down arrow and I can see other icons that aren't right here on this list? So you'll want to take a look for those icons, and most of the time, most of those will be down here on the lower right of your tablet. I just happen to have mine on the top so we can talk about it a little easier. Now notice that time when we first started, it was 1 hour and something, and now we're up to 3 hours and 37 minutes. So sometimes the calculation is a little wonky. So how do we save on our battery? Well, ultimately, the easiest way to save on your battery is to turn down the brightness of your screen. So we're just going to double click. Actually, I think we can just single click as well. We can. And you notice this little bar here. So for most of you, you're going to have the opportunity to slide this bar. And I want you to notice there it says better performance, best performance, better battery. And now do you see the screen actually going down? And now here I'm on battery saver mode. So if I click off of there, do you notice that it put a little green thing on there? And it says battery saver mode. Now, it hasn't changed my time yet, but it will in a moment. And I'm going to get more battery life out of this system. So let's go back here and just change it back real quick, because it was right here under better performance. And let's go to another place that we can change that setting at. If we click here on that little sign right there, we can go here and click on battery saver as well. So we click on battery saver. Now notice the green logo is back again, and we're good to go. And we can keep operating that way. Here, I can also click on here and I go to battery settings. Now I can also get to my battery settings through my control panel, but honestly, it's just as easy doing it here. Notice here, this is that same button that we saw right here, the battery saver button. Watch when I turn it on. And now you can see it's selected there, and then the green thing comes up again. So I'm here on my battery saving button, and it says here, lower my screen brightness while in battery saver. That's what we want to do because it will help save battery on your system. And then you can play with this as well. So here, turn on battery saver automatically at the 50% mark. So you can say always operate under battery saver. And I will tell you, for a gross majority of the time, I do not need performance from the laptop or tablet. What I need is battery life, because I'm just doing basic entry. Now, if for some reason you need performance, you can go up here and move it up to best performance when you're working on that project. I personally like to keep my system in always on battery saver, because then I know that it's always conserving the most of my battery. And if I need to change it, I can always up it by here instead of having the default consuming my battery, right? So I'm kind of doing the opposite of what the norm is. So that's my suggestion, that you do that as well. So here you can also click on here, and you can go right down here to the bottom and go to screen brightness. You see the little sunlight thing there? Watch, my screen will go even less bright. That's 0 bright, and that's 100% bright. Now I know that for some of us, you know, we need a little more brightness when we're looking at the screen because our eyes don't work so well anymore. So we can do that as well. So we can move that any way that you want. And then this is on 0 screen. Now I'm going to get maximum battery life out of this bad boy because I'm on 0 screen brightness and I'm on battery saver. So that's a really good thing to do. The other thing that we can do to save our battery is we can deselect our Bluetooth as well as our network. So you notice here that I am running on a network right here, okay, on Wi-Fi. So If I click on Wi-Fi, I can disconnect, or I can just turn off Wi-Fi, which I'm not going to do because I'm recording this video over Wi-Fi. But if I just click on that, I can do that. Another way to save on battery is to click on airplane mode. Airplane mode will automatically turn off your Wi-Fi and set you up so that you can get maximum battery. When I'm riding on an airplane or I'm going somewhere far and I need the maximum amount of battery, I almost always go to zero brightness if I can endure it, and go to airplane mode so that I'm not sucking up any network power, which requires power as well. And of course, I try to shut off other things like Bluetooth and other things that I just simply do not need in this control panel. I turn those off so that my system is optimal when it comes to using power. That's about it really on saving power. Again, the biggest thing that I would, now notice I'm up to 5 hours, the biggest thing that I would do just out of the gate is click on your battery here, or you can click on battery saver, but you can't get to where I'm talking about. You can just turn it on and off, okay? So click on your battery right here, go to battery settings, and set the default right here to always turn on battery saver automatically, always, and lower your brightness. If you do that, I promise you, you're going to get a lot more life out of that battery on that laptop or tablet.